Bates Professional 17 How-To Video. This video will show you how to rename your files, stamp them, and save them to a file or merge into one file. Before I start, I want to mention a couple things about renaming documents. We have 3 levels of renaming, which allows you to rename a document in just about any configuration that you would like. And there is a help file topic that you can access through the help. And if we bring it over here, you'll see it's rename documents, and that has all three levels described in it. So that will be a help to you if you're having problems. The best way to learn this is to have 2 or 3 files with just a couple pages, PDFs, and go through and rename them in all the different ways, and you'll be an expert. To start with, we're going to press next, and you'll see that our output format is the default, which is the file name .bates, and then it'll have another .pdf. And we're going to show you how to take out the .bates. So we go to electronic documents, we put a couple files in, press next. I'm just going to leave these pages blank till we get up here. Here we go. And you'll notice here's our first file with the file name .bates.pdf. And if we don't want the Bates in there, we'll come up and click on use original file name. And you notice that displays the whole path, and the .bates is gone. If we unclick it, we go back. And the use original file name checkbox here has several other applications in the program concerning the files. If you select to stamp a folder and the subfolders, but you do not want the files put back in a recreated directory that match the original, that you just want them listed in a separate folder, all of them, you check use original name, and that will happen. If that's not checked, the files will be stamped and put in the recreated document or recreated folders, and that takes it away. The other thing this will do is if you have a setup to change the name, and when you're doing a different job and you don't want to change the name, so all you do is check the box and it won't rename the documents. So that switches that off too. So these two are good to know. And if you're trying to rename documents and you have this checked, it's not going to happen. So you know that's what it is. You've got to come in here and uncheck it for it to rename. And the rename will show up here, which I'll show you in just a minute. So I'm not going to go all the way through and print these documents because this part's pretty simple. And we'll go back and we'll start at the beginning and show you advanced. In this video, we'll show you the simple method to add the page number before the file name, the starting page. So we'll press next. We'll change configuration, select this, And we're going to include the file name after the number. We're going to use just the starting name because these, you can put the file name before or after, and you can put the starting or ending or both for the number. And we're going to do a separate variable for the file name. We'll use the variable separator, and we're going to use that in the file name to separate the numbers and the name. So we'll say OK to that, and then we'll save it. Push next, electronic documents, go get a couple of our test documents, open them, say next, 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 change this to a 1. Use original name, file name is not checked. If you check that, it cancels what we're doing. It goes back to the Bates. Or not the Bates, but it just has the name. But here's a sample of what we're going to do. We got the starting number, the first document, and we're going to say OK. And we're going to go through here, and we're going to merge that. So we get one PDF. Oops. There we go. And we're going to save the setup. And we will go get our this is the PDF we just made. And we'll gotta make that bigger. So here's the starting number of that document. This is the starting number of the second one, the third one. And if we say like we click here, we can go to the document and it has the page numbers on the top. And so that makes them. And doing this, when you have a bunch of documents with oddball names and everything, if you put the number in front, these sort nice. They make a nice looking table of contents and just makes for a professional looking job. And that's it for how we do this part of it. The next one will be the advanced. This is we're going to do the advanced file name. So we'll push next here. We're going to change the configuration. So we're going to come down to the output format. We're going to select advanced. And with the advanced option, these are all the components that we have. You know, we've got our prefixes, suffixes, we've got the separate variables, we've got the numbers, and we can add items to this that by just typing them into the name. And the output format is the default here. That's the file name .bates. And this is another one where just doing it will show you what you get. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out and I'm going to put Jones versus Smith, and then I'll put a space and I'm going to put a dash, and then I'm going to say we're going to have the original, we'll have the beginning number, So we type that, and that is a %, beginning number, space, and then we're going to have the ending number. So we do another % and the ending. Then we're going to do the another dash, and let's put the original file name in, which is $, and a capital F. So this would be Jones versus Smith, the beginning number, the ending number, and the file name. So we're going to say OK. We'll save that. We're going to go here. We're going to go electronic documents. We're going to get a couple of our test files. And let's do a few more this time. We'll say next. Leave all this blank. Change this to a 1. And here is our stamp. Jones versus Smith, 1 to the ending number, and the original file name. So we can do the next, we do this, and we'll change this to advanced. And then we're gonna, so be ready, we're gonna merge it. There we go. We're all done. We'll go get our file. Get down here to the 2017. Stamped. There's the advanced we just did. I'll put this over here. So it's Jones versus Smith. Starting number is 1 to 3, the document, and then the same 4 to 6, Jones versus Smith all the way through. And you can make your file name read any way you'd like. So there, that's it. And that is how we do the file name changes, all the different levels. And again, I would encourage you to look at the help for the file name changing, and just take a couple files in a few minutes and go through and do some of this, and you'll have a feel for how it goes. Thank you for viewing our how-to video. Please download our Bates Professional 17 and give it a test drive and see how easy it is. And remember, help button on every page tells you exactly what to do on that page. Thanks again. Bye.